Hello. Was Mother Teresa a bogus saint? Did the aura of her reputation allow her to get away with things that most people cannot? Was her social work a genuine attempt to help poor, or was it part of a religious mission? Were hypocrisy and contradiction involved in her attitude towards poor and her own self? Today, I'm going to review a book that attempts to answer these questions. Written by late Christopher Hitchens, the title of the book is The Missionary Position: Mother Teresa in Theory and Practice. Christopher Hitchens was an English-American socio-political critic and public intellectual. He is an author, journalist, orator, and columnist all rolled into one. He authored, co-authored, edited, co-edited more than 30 books and wrote 5 essays on culture, politics, and literature. Before we go further, I would like to clarify that this presentation is a snapshot of the book. The presentation is not a reflection of my personal opinion about Mother Teresa and her work. This book is an independent review of Christopher Hitchens on Mother Teresa. Consisting of just 105 pages, this book is a storehouse of information on Mother Teresa. According to Hitchens, once you detach yourself from awe and reverence of Mother Teresa's, her persona appears ordinary and even political. In the book, he explains how she romanticized the idea of poverty in the name of religion, as if suffering under poverty were God's way of loving the sufferer. Christopher claimed that Mother Teresa was more interested in advancing her popularity than genuinely helping the suffering destitute. Corroborated by documentary evidence and multiple testimonies, Christopher raises question marks on the treatment of sick people in Mother Teresa's institution at Kolkata. The book throws light on the allegations of medical negligence in her institution, where basic health care was denied to the seriously sick people because doing that was aligned with her religious beliefs. Christopher goes on to describe her obsession with photo sessions, her fundamentalist views on religion, and her controversial views on family planning. Mother Teresa had friendly relations with dictators, corrupt tycoons, swindlers, and convicted frauds. This is something that Mother Teresa's admirers have overlooked in a mesmerized surrender to her cult. Christopher provides a few specific examples to prove his point. One is the visit by Dr. Robin Fox, editor of Lancet, world's leading medical journal, to Mother Teresa's center. In his report on the 17th September 1994 issue of the journal, Dr. Fox states how nurses at Mother Teresa's place were untrained to handle patients. He writes that he saw a patient suffering from malaria, but the required medical tests hadn't been conducted. When he asked them to carry out the necessary tests, he was told that tests were not permitted. The reason being, Mother Teresa liked bowing to God's wish rather than interfering in his desires. The editor of Lancet felt very disturbed at this level of medical negligence at Mother Teresa's center. He further provided details about how the beds in Mother Teresa Center looked like World War I stretcher beds, with 50 men in one room and 50 women in another. Some of them were suffering with terminal cancer. They were dying. Some of them were just lucky to get painkillers. There were not enough drips. The hypodermic needles were used and reused over and over again. The nurses would simply rinse needle under a normal water tap. There was no sterilization of needles. A boy of 15 had a simple kidney problem that got worse and worse simply because he wasn't given antibiotics. He actually needed an operation, but Mother Teresa Center wouldn't allow him to be sent to hospital. Why? Because if they did it for one, they would have to do it for everybody. What the author underlines is that Mother Teresa was not working in some disaster zone facing acute shortage of resources. She was operating in Kolkata with money pouring in from well-intentioned people from all around the world. Mother Teresa's global income was more than enough to outfit several world-class hospitals. But she did not do that. Her own actions for her own help are in sharp contrast with her beliefs for others. Mother Teresa checked into one of the best and the most expensive hospitals when she suffered from heart troubles in old age. She did not think of interfering in God's wishes when it came to her own well-being. The testimonies of several distinguished medical professionals who assessed the quality of care at Mother Teresa Center raise serious questions that whether she was really interested in providing real relief for the sufferings of the poor. The gross medical negligence would have been subjected to severe legal action had it done by a proper medical institution and not by Mother Teresa Center. At the time of release of this book in 1995, this is what the newspaper, the Sunday Times, said. A dirty job, but someone had to do it. It is not looking good for Mother Teresa. Thank you for watching.